I'm shining, up, I'm on my way. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling.
Not often you get a chance to see a revolution televised, but that's what we're going to see. The best players in the world playing a totally different form of the game that they love.
We're about to start a new model of professional sports and a new way to bring athletes and fans together. So welcome to the beginning of Athletes Unlimited, a project that was built with you, for you.
It was not always easy. There were roadblocks along the way, but not even a pandemic could slow this thing down.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Athletes Unlimited inaugural basketball season. We're coming to you from Athletes Unlimited Arena at Sports Center Las Vegas, where 44 of the world's best basketball players have come together to compete over the next 5 weeks. For those of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube Live, thank you for tuning in. And to the fans here in Arena, thank you for coming out for this exciting occasion.
Does he hold for this next one? Hold on here. Go to the next one.
To get things started, please welcome Athletes Unlimited CEO and co-founder John Patrikoff and co-founder Jonathan Soros.
Hello. So great to see you all. That is another great day for Athletes Unlimited as we welcome 44 incredible athletes into our community. It was less than a year ago, we were still in the middle of our volleyball season. Lacrosse was still a couple months away when we started thinking about, should we add a fourth sport to Athletes Unlimited? And if we do, what should it be? And at the top of all of our lists, as we talked about it internally, was basketball. Huge depth of talent, dedicated fan base, strong sponsor interest, tremendous youth participation. But there was one piece of information which we were missing, which was, what did you all think? And so we did what I think we're reasonably good at doing. We asked. We started having a series of conversations, and the answer kept coming back the same way. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, there was appetite for more opportunity to play high-level basketball here in the States. Yes, the fans wanted to see more. Yes, we should do this. And so here we are. I've said on other occasions that actually, as much as I really love to watch you all play, these events are kind of my favorite, the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, because this is when we're all together. And as a community, you're celebrating each other, you're celebrating your sport, you're moving it forward, and it's really special. As we've grown our leagues, I've got a new thing that I really love, which is watching as athletes who didn't know each other before from one sport become supporters of the other. And the fans of yours who will discover lacrosse and softball, and fans of softball and lacrosse and volleyball will discover basketball and realize the talent that they've been missing by not watching what you do. So over the next 5 weeks, we'll actually be joined. Cassidy Lickman just walked in. She's the chair of the Player Executive Committee and now an Athletes Unlimited board member. Over the next 5 weeks, there'll be athletes from our other sports who come here to watch you play, and they'll be supporting you online, and they'll be cheering you on. And I hope that as their sports come through, that you'll be doing the same. So our community is growing. Welcome to it. I'm looking forward to the next 5 weeks and being back here with you when it's all done. Let's get to it.
He does it off the cuff, but I have written remarks, so I'll go from the written remarks. I want to start with some important thank yous. First, you, the athletes of Athletes Unlimited Basketball. You will wear many hats over the season. Yes, you are players, but you're also business partners, decision makers, leaders in this organization. It's a lot to take on, and we appreciate and thank you. Second, to everyone that makes Athletes Unlimited as an organization possible, from our year-round staff to Ernie Lee and the team here at the Sports Center, to all the people who have worked so hard to transform this venue, to all our partners, advisors, and supporters. It has taken conviction, trust, and belief, and we could not have done it without you. And finally, to all of you watching online or here in person, you are here on day one, witnessing the birth of something that has never been done before, and you are a part of it. In less than an hour, we will tip off and play will begin. We all will witness the start of play in a new league that I expect will be around for the rest of our lifetimes. While longevity is a goal of our organization, I fully expect that when we assemble here next year, the league will not look exactly like it does today. 10 or 20 years from now, it'll look even less like it does today. This is the world we live in, one of constant change, innovation, even disruption. We are an organization that eagerly embraces change. We are about what is possible. We're about athletes driving decision-making. We're about sharing in long-term profits. We're about creating a new format of competition that's fast-paced, where every moment counts. We are about entertainment and purpose. We're about athletes choosing the cause they want to play for rather than being told by the league which cause to support. We're about a player executive committee that meets weekly to shape every aspect of the league, from recruiting and selecting the amazing group of players here before you today, to shaping the rules and playing format. We're about games being on national and global television across CBS, Fox, Bally's, and in over 70 countries via ESPN, but also being on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, accessible to everyone. With that said, to most effectively shape the future, you must understand the past. 2022 marks the 50th anniversary of Title IX, the landmark legislation that did many things, but in the world of sports is known to have ushered in equal funding for women's college athletics. This anniversary offers a time for reflection and celebration, but more importantly, it's a time for reinvigoration and recommitment. It's time to look forward and imagine the future. Imagine the next 50 years. I believe what we all see here today, the leadership and the camaraderie of you, the players, the intensely dedicated staff, and the energy of the fans are collectively a major part of that future. Over the next 5 weeks, fans around the world will get to see incredible basketball. They'll get to learn more about you. They will get to meet and bond with other fellow fans while they're here in person or in line. But even more importantly, people who will see what happens here will hopefully imagine the future, expand their view of their own capabilities, and push boundaries in ways they never thought possible. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Here with a message on behalf of the players, welcome a 10-year WNBA veteran and 2019 WNBA champion, the chairperson of the Athletes Unlimited Player Executive Committee for Basketball, Sydney Colson.
Thanks for that championship. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Sydney Colson, chair of the Player Executive Committee. Welcome to the inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops. Yeah. So last night, all of our athletes had a chance to sit down with one of our game's legends, Cheryl Swoops, and she shared her story with us. A huge takeaway for me was about accepting that one day basketball will end. And before that day comes, you should have a plan in place for your life. Our co-founders, John and Jonathan, had a plan and a vision over 10 years ago to make their dream of another professional women's basketball league a reality. And look where we're standing today. I don't believe that this is coincidental. Every single one of us, from players to staff, is here for a reason. We're a part of someone else's plan, but I do believe that this is tied to each and one of our individual purposes. I'm a very relational person, and I think that if we take the time over the course of this next 5 weeks to step out of your comfort zone, you'll make contact with a player or a staff member who you wouldn't have met otherwise, and it could possibly change the trajectory of your life. Players who played stateside professionally and players who haven't had the opportunity both recognize the opportunity in front of us, and I think we know that we have to be intentional about the legacy that we create here for Athletes Unlimited and for ourselves. So when you're out there playing, understand that there are eyes on you as a mother, a doctor, an entrepreneur, a lawyer, an activist, and so much more. Think about how every day that you're here and this moment today will fit into the plan that you're constructing for your life, and go compete. Because as we know it, every moment counts.
Thank you, Sydney Colson. And now, let's take a look at the video board for a special message from some fellow Athletes Unlimited players.
Hi everyone, it's Sydney Romero here with Athletes Unlimited Softball. I just wanted to get on here and wish you all the best of luck in your upcoming season. And on behalf of AU Softball, we are all looking forward to watching you all compete and growing women's sports with you all in general. Again, just wanted to wish you the best of luck, and we are so happy you all are a part of the Athletes Unlimited family.
Hello, it's Erin Ferris from the volleyball side of AU, and I just wanted to wish you guys a good luck to y'all's amazing season, and I can't wait to watch. Let's go.
Hi, it's Dempsey Arsenault from lacrosse. I just wanted to wish you all good luck as you start the first ever basketball season. Remember to have so much fun, work hard, and enjoy the process. I can't wait to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an international recording artist and award-winning songwriter. She's based here in Las Vegas and currently traveling with the iconic Chaka Khan. Here to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing, Tamara Walker.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the glistening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you.
Miss Tamara Walker. Next, this artist has performed at all of our Athletes Unlimited opening ceremonies. Here to perform a piece written in collaboration with the athletes you see in front of you, welcome actor and spoken word artist Asha Kulhain Hussein.
My family, stateside, their mothers, we're sisters.
I was 7 years old. I had my son pushing me.
There's another league in existence that women can aspire to.
Be free.
Led by players. My family.
Grind a little bit different.
Stateside, their mothers, we're sisters.
I was 7 years old. I had my son pushing me.
Aspire to.
be free.
Led by players.
This league is about character.
My family,
Grind.
stateside, their mothers, we're sisters.
I was 7 years old. My son, my daughter,
Aspire to
be free.
Led by players.
character.
My family,
Grind.
stateside, their mothers, we're sisters.
I was 7 years old. My son, my daughter,
Aspire to
be free.
Led by players.
character.
To love another human being is an act of courage. To love a game is an act that requires courage from every fiber in your being. Because the game of basketball calls those with character, and those with character respond. Some tasted this passion at 7 years old. Some watched dad play in the gym. Some started shooting on a trash can. For some, this love started real early. For some, this love started in the snow in New Jersey. For some, this love started on a court in Texas. For some, this love started with a college scholarship. And a love like this began to test. A love like this put an exam paper on the table, slid it across, handed her players a pencil, and said, "Work ethic. How much you got?" Her players looked back at the game, stared her in the eyes, and said, "Even though my legs tingle in fatigue, even though my arms burn in anticipation of the next shot, I will whisper to myself, 1 more. I will not stop." The game grinned, situated herself in her chair, and said, "And commitment, how much you got?" Her players gritted their teeth and said, "Through every day of confinement, I will lace up my high tops. I will learn how to grind a little different." The game nodded in acknowledgement, and she said, "An injustice, injury, how will you deal with it?" Her players took a deep breath and said, "Listen, whether it's a parking lot court on a Wednesday night, whether it's center stage under stadium lights, whether it's across the sea in a different country in a different language with long-distance phone calls to my family, you will see my 2 feet on that free throw line. You will see how each flick of the wrist is effortless every time. You will see how my teammates rely on me, how we make history in the world's eyes. You will see that I capture any injustice thrown at me with hands made to shoot a 3. That I come back the next morning stronger in my mentality, committed to playing this game, elevating it to new levels of equality." The game stood astonished. She said to her players, "Look, your fans are watching. Will you tell them your story?" As the music faded, the players said, "Listen, I don't need to tell you that I've won a national championship because you'll see it in how I lead. I don't need to tell you that I have birthed life into this world, that I have experienced a stillbirth, that I have continued with my training, that I have raised my son and my daughter, because that you'll see in my eyes. I don't need to tell you that I have played 6 professional seasons, because you will feel it in my presence. I don't need to tell you that I have earned my playing time, not because I complimented my coach's suit, nah, but because I did my job. That you will feel in my handshake. I don't need to tell you that I have competed from Spain to South Korea, from Italy to Israel, from France to Finland, from Brazil to Bulgaria, from Poland to Puerto Rico, from Colombia to China. Nah, you'll see it in my mentality. I don't need to tell you how much I love this game because that's the reason I'm standing here. And as the clock ticked down, 3, 2, 1, the game began to shine because she knew she had chosen the right players to carry on her legacy.
Thank you, Asha Kulhain Hussein. Athletes Unlimited is more than a game. You, our athletes, are leaders and change makers. More than pro players, you are role models for the next generation of athletes. It all started with the launch of Athletes Unlimited Softball in 2020, followed by volleyball and lacrosse last year. And now it's time. Let's continue to make history. Let's open the book of Unlimited, and let's officially launch Athletes Unlimited Basketball. Thank you, athletes. Enjoy the games and have fun. Thank you so much.